Okay, we're here. Good morning, good morning. Morning, people. Good morning, good morning. Let's let this thing load up. Got a few minutes. Damn, I look fucked up. Holy shit. What do I look like? Holy cow. That's not good. How you doing, guys? Gary, good morning. How are you? What do we have here? Let's see if we got a delay going. Okay. Let's see if everybody's up. Everybody up. We're starting at 8 today. Everybody wanted to start later. So, Matt, good morning. How are you, buddy? How are you, brother? Check Facebook. Oops, didn't spell right. Okay, nice. Let's get TikTok on, is here. Facebook's on, beautiful. Okay, we're here. Good morning, guys. Let's wait for the rest of the crew to come on. Chris, holy shit, that was quick. We got a new pal in here, Chris Costa. Good morning, buddy. How you doing? Rich Romero, how are you? What do we have going on? Let's see, yada, 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 yada. Just let this thing get to 7 to 8 o'clock and then we'll start. Get the regulars out here. Get them on. My hair is busted, bro. Brad, good morning. We're running on 3 platforms as usual. We've got YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. George, good morning. How are you? Good to see you, buddy. Good morning. Lomez, that's a new one. Okay, good morning. Dior, good morning. All right, 2 more minutes. Happy Sunday. You know something, bro? Let me tell you something. I haven't... Dirk, good morning. BWZ. I was dead yesterday, man. Really dead. Morning, good morning. Amy, good morning. Sam, good morning. David, good morning. All right, let's get this thing rolling here. Weather is not terrible. It was kind of weird yesterday. It was cold. And then it got warm, then it got cold. It's usual New Jersey shitty weather. Shitty weather. Hey, there's Gramps. Tariffs went down? What happened with the tariffs? Scally, what's up, baby? You good, kid? Bill, good morning. Nice. Grand Rising. It's pretty grand. Jordan's here. Okay, we're Betty. We're ready to rock and roll. All right, yeah, it's cold up in Connecticut. What's up with the tariffs? What tariffs went down? I didn't hear anything new. From where? Switzerland? Yeah, that's not going to move the needle. Guys, that's not going to move the needle. The needle is going to be moved when they hit Shanghai and Japan, Thailand, Hong Kong, all of that. That's going to move the needle. That's going to significantly move the needle for modern watches. Stephen, good morning. 8 o'clock. All right, good morning, everybody. We're here. 8 o'clock, Sunday sleep in, we'll call it. Let's call it that. Because everybody wanted to start a little later, and now I see why, because everybody's kind of feeling better. Is Arthur awake this early? Let me tell you something. If Arthur shows up this morning, I will be very happy to see him. Vulcan Cricket. I don't know about that. It's a cool watch. It's just hard to service. Bill, good morning. How you been, buddy? How you been, Billy Lozelle? All right, 8:01, we're going to do our little Pledge of Allegiance. Be really good Americans, which we all are. Well, most of us are anyway. Other people are from other places, which we all respect. Oh, man. Have you ever seen Rolex with Hebrew numbers? Yes, I have. Not Hebrew numbers on the dial, but Hebrew date wheel, sure. Definitely. Okay, ready. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we're ready. How's everybody doing? What do we have? What do we have today? Do we invest in silver and gold? Not really. Have tons of silver and gold, but I don't know. It's not really an investment. It's not an investment. That's it, boys. The guys that have been here for years and years and years, we've been here now for what, 3 years, give or take, right? It's been 3 years. Oh, well, 2 years or so on this page since we got shut down on the other page. But we're here. Buying stackers, nice. Artwork is not the worst thing in the world to get involved in. Not the worst thing in the world. Definitely not. Definitely not. A lot of people are putting money into all kinds of different tangible goods. We have Chris over here, who's a card guy. We've got other people who, Niraj, who's an art guy. He's not here yet. I mean, there's a lot of different places to try to hedge against what the economy is going to do. Do I still have Alice Cooper's Daytona? Yes, I do. I certainly do. Have it in the safe. Yeah. Well, no, scam coin, it's not a scam. Listen, crypto is not a scam, guys. Crypto is just one of those things that's very subjective until it gets regulated. Once it's really regulated, it's going to be very, very good stuff. But until that time, there's a lot of moving parts to that, guys. You crypto bros know that. I'm not a crypto bro. I buy it every week, but I don't know. Not my thing. It's weird. My glasses remind me of the first pair when you joined the airport. Okay. These are my reading glasses. Yeah, it will be a staple. I agree, Matt. Good morning, Eggman. Are you the Eggman? Cuckoo Kajoob? Okay, sorry. Yeah, read the room, people. Read the room, people. No, crypto's not a huge scam. Let's see if Wallace minds his manners today. Let's see if we can let old Wallace 123940 stay for a little bit. If he doesn't say anything dumb. Oh, geez. Speaking of saying dumb things, here's Arthur. Arthur, what's up, buddy? Arthur, I want to ask you a question. Being that you are probably the most accomplished collector, well, at least in this chat and pretty much in the country, where do you see vintage prices going, Arthur? What do you see? Hey, Jose. What do you see about vintage? I have a guy asking me about 5513s and 5512s, which are always a really good, definitely a good place to put money. You're going to spend a little more to get one really nice, but I don't know. What do you think, Arthur? I know you're a GMT guy. Like me, I'm a GMT guy also. I love my GMTs. What do you think, brother? Let's be nice to each other today. Up as always. Yes, we know that. But what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on it? Arthur has been collecting for a lot longer than some of us here. Probably as long, if not longer than me. So Arthur knows his shit. If you go to Watch Talk Forums Vintage Rolex on Facebook, one of the top Facebook groups for vintage Rolex. Big Crown and Paul Newman guy. Yeah, that's you. That is you. That is absolutely you. How many Paul Newmans do you have now? I know how many big crowns you have. Well, is a 5510 considered a big crown, Arthur? I don't know. I guess it is. Good afternoon, Youssef. Okay. Favorite watch under 1,000, Tag Heuer. Tag Heuer is one of my favorite watches. They really should be paying me for the amount of oomph that I give them. One of your horses ran yesterday? Holy cow. Congrats, George. Bill. You got a 6263 coming in? Be careful. Just be really careful, Billy. A lot of weird stuff. Caleb, how are you? How many Breitlings? Not many. Not many. Nah, stainless is always good. Stainless is always good, guys. Arthur Bond, he's got gold watches, I know that, but Arthur Bond sticks to stainless. Name of a reputable, non-big name store. San Antonio, there's a lot of good places in Texas. My guys are in Dallas. Going to Greenwich, nice. Yeah, stainless is not cheap. A lot of times stainless is very expensive. Ask Arthur Bond. Arthur Bond has advised me on some of the most expensive stainless watches ever. Auction pieces, things like that. Nelson, good morning. How are you? Chris, good morning. Oh, There we go. What's your favorite wearable vintage GMT model? Okay, I'm going to say mine. Arthur, you're going to say yours. I think we're going to agree on this. The 16750 is probably, depends on how vintage you want to go. If you're going, plastic crystal, which is the, 1675, 16750. I like the 16750 for everyday use. If you're going to go sapphire crystal, then you go with 16710. You can go 16700. You can go any of those early sapphire crystals. They're nice because you could change the bezel insert if it gets scratched. If you want to change the look, you can go from, I don't know. For the 16750, you can go black or Pepsi. 16710 and those models, the sapphire models, you can go Coke, Pepsi, or black. Watchmaker near Middletown? It's difficult, guys. Difficult. Yeah, Arthur's right. Vintage is scarce. It's very scarce. Good vintage, let's put it that way. There's a lot of crap out there. A lot of guys, they don't know what they're really selling. Hey, Alex Cantu, how are you? Your Honor, I should say. Yeah. Why are Atlanta watches cheaper? I don't know that. I don't see that. Timepiece, Swiss Watch Expo, they're not cheaper. They're high value, high quality stuff is not cheap. Mohan, good morning. How are you, brother? Yeah, I personally like a 16750. The 16710, the sapphire versions, they're good. They're a lot more durable. That's one thing. And Rolex will service them. The earlier ones, Rolex won't service. You got to bring them to me. I mean, we'll service them. No politics Sunday. Okay, or Jordo, you're the man. Oh boy. I'm going to buy that watch off you just so I don't have to listen to you talk about it, Arthur. Because Arthur's comments are coming from Facebook. Arthur's an old head. We go on Facebook for the older generation, the money generation, so to speak. I'm on Facebook. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah. Go on Facebook, go to Tuscany Rose, or go to John Buckley with the little blue check. You'll see me going live right now. And they usually run this for a month. You got banned there. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. General price range on a 16750 to a 16710. Yeah, we don't do, let's see. 16750, you're going to spend between, depending on the parts, 16750 is all about the dial. If you've got a service dial in the watch, it's going to be anywhere between 9 and 11. If you've got an original dial in the watch with a matte finish, you're going to spend between 10 and 13. 16710, you're going to probably spend, I don't know, 10 to 13, depending on whether it's loaded with papers and stuff in good condition. So it's something to look at, If you're going to wear it and wear the watch every day, it's the type of thing where, a sapphire crystal is better. You can beat the hell out of it. We do not do giveaways. We don't do discounts. We don't do giveaways. It's not what we do. It's not what we do. We provide high value for your money. High value items. You got it, brother. Stay in touch, kid. Stay in touch. You're in the city, Chris. You're in New York? If you're in New York, man, hit me up. Let me know. We're always running around. Arthur Bond is the 6542 king, the pussy galore king. It's kind of fitting, actually. Teresa, good morning. How are you? Can the 16 be made into a blueberry? It's not supposed to be. Blueberry is supposed to be early 70s, 1675. You don't mess with a blueberry. Arthur is the blueberry king also. Remember that. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, keep us posted, brother. Come down for coffee or something. If you're at American Dream, let me know. I go up that way I drive right past there all the time. I drive right past there. Yeah, you got to watch, what is it, John Bull or whatever jeweler, they've got Analog Shift in there. I mean, they got bought out by Watches of Switzerland Analog. Oh, that's who it is, Watches of Switzerland. And they've got a lot of vintage stuff, but it's very, very overpriced, really overpriced. Can I deliver a watch? I don't really deliver watches. It's not what I do. I mean, I could ship it to you. I ship it to FedEx down there. I know the FedEx location. Is it true if you change anything on a Rolex, they won't touch it? It depends on what you change. Really depends on what you change. If you do a restoration job, they're not going to mess with it. They'll be okay with it. If you do some bullshit, they will not touch it. Is Chen in China? Chen he doesn't do vintage Rolex. He does vintage everything else. It's not my cup of tea. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, BWZ. I am beyond professional. Yes, I am. Price range on a Pepsi 16700 full set, probably at least 11, 12 grand. 11, 12 grand, definitely. Very definite. 16700 is a good watch. It's a regular quick set. It's not one of those rapid sets. I had a guy come in the other day. He had a 1675. It was a super nice watch. He actually bought it from Eric Wind, which, I mean, I know he paid a lot of money for it, but it was a nice watch. I mean, if you like, you know, overpriced little gold, not overpriced, but if you like that gold watch, you know, different type stuff, you can go down to Chen. I'm sure he's got good, I know he's got good stuff. He's legitimate place to go. In Dallas, we deal with M&B, Mickey and Brett. M&B watches in Big D. Check them out on Instagram. Hit them up if you need them. Ask for Brett Kelly or Mickey Kelly. Tell them Buckley sent you. They will take care of you. They have done it numerous times. Do I like leather straps? I don't. Only on a Daytona. If the Daytona came with it, I like it. What don't I love about Patek? It's not that I don't love Patek. I love Patek. Patek is not the kind of watch that you could wear every day. I'm a guy, if I'm going to wear my watch, I want to be able to beat the living hell out of it. I cannot wear a Nautilus. I cannot wear an Aquanaut. What I like in Patek, I like a 5970. I like a 5070. I like a chronograph. I mean, those are my favorite Pateks that I like. 5036. Those are nice watches, but you can't really wear them. Mike, the gynecologist, look at you. How are you, brother? What are my thoughts on AP Royal Oak? Good watch. I don't know. Not my cup of tea. Just not my thing. I mean, you know, if you're going to wear a Royal Oak, you're going to wear an offshore, you're going to wear a rubber clad. I mean, they're just big and bulky on the wrist. And I don't mind big, bulky. They just don't fit. I don't like them on that rubber strap. Aquanauts are beautiful. You just can't wear them because you'll scratch up that bezel and you're done. Arthur would probably have bubble wrap all over it. I can't imagine. Arthur, you've probably got an Aquanaut or a Nautilus, I'm sure. I know you do. I know you do, buddy. They're just not, they're not for every day. That's my thing. Because once you scratch them up, you got to bring them over to Patek. You absolutely have to. OP Date GMT 16713 Black Dial Box Papers. Nice watch. Do I think the newer Hulk is a good investment? I don't know about an investment. It's a watch, guys. It's a watch. I mean, a Hulk does hold its value. You know, they're not making them anymore. And they are, you know, desirable. I never liked them. The last one I bought and sold was $7 grand for myself. That's how long ago it was when they first came out. Trax is a very nice guy. Super nice guy. Yeah, they are too delicate. Yeah, we get out here and we talk to the people once a day to make up for the lack of response on certain platforms. I can't help it. There's only two of us here, guys. Only two people that are answering these questions, me and James Buckley. That's who answer the questions here. And we give you absolute, you know, top flight information. Next event, I don't know. Don't know. Green Sky Dweller is nice. It just sits high on the wrist. I'm not a Sky Dweller guy. Not a Sky Dweller guy. Yeah, thank you, THC. What's my opinion on the quality of Tudor? The older Tudors are some of the best made watches going. Modern is not an investment, maybe in 20 years. Talk about it, Arthur. You're talking to a person who understands collecting, Arthur Bond. Arthur Bond knows collecting. He is an absolute, professional collector, like me. Only Arthur doesn't sell anything. Arthur just buys. He doesn't sell. Arthur does not buy. Does not sell. Ruby or sapphire more valuable and rare? Depends. Depends on the watch. Depends on the watch. You got factory rubies or factory sapphires on the watch, it's going to be very expensive. Thoughts on new Rolex balance spring or mainspring being strong as the older one? Yeah, look, technology is technology. The newer movements, the 32 base movements are very, very good movements, but so are the 30 base movements. You could hammer nails with them. Rolex has been making their own movements for many, many years now. Rolex Retro, what do they do, Arthur, with these Zenith Daytonas? I'd rather have you answer it, because they use value-based movements, 72A, 727 for the older Daytonas. Then they used a Zenith for the 90s model Daytonas, the Zenith Daytonas, and then they came up with the 4130 in the year 2000. The Monte Carlo Tudor is a 234 caliber, is based on a 727. That's correct. That's correct. Some of the best watches you've ever, the Tudor, the two register Tudor Monte Carlos from the 70s are some of the best watches ever made by Rolex. Absolutely. Absolutely, Arthur. Arthur was one of the first guys to recognize those, to be very honest with you. I know we go back and forth a lot, but Arthur is one of the people who put the Tudor Monte Carlo, the vintage ones, on the map and put them on the map for good. They are extremely valuable in really nice condition and a cornerstone of a real collection. If you're doing Rolex, you have to have a Tudor Monte Carlo in there. Any merch for the holiday? No. We don't do merch like that. We don't sell merch. If I have it, I give it away. Yeah, everybody's an influencer, whether they have knowledge or not, whether they know what they're talking about or not. But people listen. Not the Heritage. The Heritage is some of the, I don't know. I'm not crazy about them. Let's put it that way. The 3 registered Tudors, the 92000, is that what it is, Art? Those are very, very good watches. Not as collectible as the 2 register, but still good watches. I know Carl Cohen has a really nice one with the black and orange dial. Super nice. Super, super nice watch. I'm on 47th Street once in a while. My Grail, I don't know. I've had everything. Harry the Turtle, stop it. Stop it, Bobby. Harry the Turtle merch. You're not kidding. I have a gold turtle over here on my desk. Billy Mulligan, what's up? The Tudor is the Tudor Monte Carlo from the 70s. Those are the good ones to buy. 2 register, super, super nice. Tudor Ranger, that new thing that came out, please. Give me a break. They're going to make 1 million of them. Everybody will be overpaying for them, and then you'll see all these people walking around with them, like in Goodfellas when they have the yellow cardigans. But you guys know about that. The yellow cardigans in Goodfellas. Deep diving. Tudor home plate, yeah. 7032, Arthur's got it. Arthur has a few of them, I know of. Arthur's got a few of them, I know. Yeah, actually you bring somebody with a camera with you. You don't even hold the camera yourself. Yeah, they're all influencers. Talk about it, Nelson. When am I going to cut my hair? Soon. Haven't had a chance. I'm busy. Busy, busy, baby. Just busy, kids. We are busy. Yeah. Reference 7100 and 7000 Tudor chronograph are the models. Yeah, correct. Correct. Listen, you guys want to go to a real forum where there's information. There is no buying and selling allowed on Arthur's forum. Just FYI. Okay, you cannot buy and sell. You post something for sale, Arthur will ban you. Okay, but you can ask questions there. Watch Talk Forums Vintage Rolex. There's probably 20,000, 25,000 people there. You going grocery shopping? That's kind of weak, Boston Watch Zone. Yeah, I tell you. Got your first Citizen 21 jewels. Good for you. Seems like a nice watch. Most of the sales fabricated? I don't know. I can only speak for myself. Mine are not. Yeah, you've got the 3 registers. You should post a couple of them, Art, so that people, when they go over there, I always push people onto the group. I'm a moderator there. See, even though I own groups, okay, I'm a mod over on Arthur's group. Arthur is the top dog over there. I'm not. So that should tell you the pecking order around here. I'm just a moderator. I'm not even an admin. Yeah, we're gonna have to go live. It's gonna be difficult tonight. I've got something. I don't know. It's gonna be me or James, one or the other, or both. I've just got to try to get off the phone. I've got a long one with you and Bond. Here, you could please explain the history and significance of the rarity of the blueberry insert. I don't think we have enough time. I don't think we have enough time to do it, Billy. The short story, the abridged version of that is I was buying inserts from a company down in Florida in the late 90s, and I was getting bags of inserts, date wheels, this, and just flipping them on 47th Street. And Arthur and I became friends in 2000. And Arthur, we were looking at these, they came in little glassine envelopes, and Arthur's probably still got the original bunch. And we did some studying and deep diving, and they were real. They were authentic. Yeah, we're not sourcing blueberry inserts, not doing it. And Arthur's not selling his. So be very careful buying those. There are 2 different generations. There's the ones that Arthur and I got in the late 90s, and then a bunch of them came out in 2011, and I sold a shitload of them. But they were not, the same. They were different. They had all the characteristics, but they were not the original color. So either somebody found a batch somewhere, which is the story, as the story goes. Someone found a couple hundred of them, in an auction or somewhere, or somebody found the machine and spit them out. Maybe the latter is true. Yeah, we put out the information. It's difficult for us to go out there and really, how could I say it? Put a stamp on it, Billy, because if we do that, then you've got all these idiots that really don't know that are going to come up and start doing videos based on our research. Arthur did a lot of research on that stuff. Some information is better kept, in the back rooms, like over here. Just like with Paul Newman dials and the Texas dial and stuff like that. You can't give, hey, look at you, Ben. Those bulldogs kicking ass, taking names. I love it. Yeah, it's you can't just go buy those inserts. You got to buy them from a very, very secure place. And there's 2 generations. I bought an original one from a guy in Boston in 2014. I forget who's got it now. Somebody has it. I've seen it passed around a few times. What made me the dial king? No idea. You guys made it. Next case. So 825. Dials, I like dials. Dials, there's a lot more to get involved in. There's a lot more to really dissect. You're an engineering student in India. I hit my college studies, so theory-based boring assignment. After 3 years, I want to go to the Netherlands. Okay, good for you. What is my first watch? When the original all-blue insert, as I owned in 2000, no one gave a shit about them, Arthur. Remember that? I sold a bunch of them to Eric, I think, of some of the original ones that we had for like $800 each or something like that. You know Eric. Eric Koo. The only Eric in vintage watches. The only one that matters. The only one that matters. Where am I? Looks like I gave him. Oh, okay. Thank you. You wanted a blue insert since 2008? Arthur's had plenty. No Miami, Eric. No. Eric Koo. Eric Koo. K-U. Hold my beer. None of those other Erics matter. In the vintage game. The other Erics, who knows? Eric from CRM, I think, or Watch Eric, great guy, good guy, but not a vintage guy. Is Robert Marin legit? He's always been legit with me. I spoke to Bob a week or two ago. Cookie Monster is very, 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 very nice watch. Don't invest in a 50 to 60K watch if you're not going to wear it. Do I still talk to Rex watch? Of course. Yeah, I'm not sourcing blue. I don't source blue inserts. I'm sorry, TJ. We don't do that. Certain things like that are just not things that we go out looking for. The juice doesn't justify the squeeze. They are super, super expensive. We've got to guarantee it. It's just not, That is correct, Arthur. The fonts on the all blue insert are based on the all black 1675 insert. You guys got to do your own homework. Got to do your own homework, baby. Very difficult stuff. I would not just go, buying one from somebody you don't know. I would definitely not do that. What are my views on Patek's? They're great watches. I love Patek's. It's just, I'm not a guy that wears them every day. Every once in a while I will, but not as a rule. It's not even about making a buck. You're not going to make that much money on blue inserts because they're so high. And to find them, it's just not what we do. Yeah, got to be Buckley certified. Got to have a win pass. Got to have a win pass from Tuscany Rose. You get a win pass with it, you're in business. Yeah. Look, if you're just looking to put something on there to wear, all right. It's just, I'd be able to spot it from across the room. That's the thing. You're better off using an original insert and you're good. And it doesn't go on a sapphire watch, TJ. That's the other thing. Only goes on a plastic crystal. The Tuscany Rose Morning Show starring John Buckley with his guest star, Arthur Bond. Arthur Bond is like the Ed McMahon to my Johnny Carson. You ever realize that? Right, Ben? You met Arthur. Ben had the privilege of hanging out with Arthur and listening to him fucking talk for fucking hours about vintage watches. So Ben had the distinct pleasure. All the haters on the blue insert, they want one, so they can't. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Art. Exactly. Arthur wakes up with his cheap sunglasses. Yep. He's got his car wash rag in his pocket. What is Dirk? Dirk is one of our day ones. Nah, TJ's okay, Art. TJ is okay. We like TJ. We should put him in the group so he can learn. He needs to learn from the real guys. 200 grams and 14 karat gold. Thinking about melting it. Not the worst thing in the world. Arthur sleeps in bubble wrap. I found a picture of you, Art. I had a picture of you. Came up in my time hop from somewhere. It was strange because you don't get photographed a lot. Arthur is like Kiss without makeup. Remember like back in the day when like somebody would get a picture of Gene Simmons and he'd be like this? That's Arthur. Funny. No, I like having Arthur Bond here. Yeah, like Charlton Heston. He came down from the mountain. He had the two tablets like this. Poor Ben. Oh my God. Especially the tights. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad, Billy. You gotta watch Talk Forums. You gotta put your name in the waiting list and we'll put you in. I don't even know if I can. I know Arthur can. Arthur doesn't have a website. Watch Talk Forums, Vintage Rolex on Facebook. Got to be a Facebook guy. It was your doppelganger. I got doppelganger for you. Look at this. Look at this lineup. Yeah. Teen Beat. That's me and Arthur. Arthur's David Cassidy and I'm Sean Cassidy. Do I do anime? No, my son does. Do I like Hublot? Yes, I do. Hublot is a good watch. I remember Roman was doing your CIA pass restricts your pictures. Yes, it does. It's on a need-to-know basis. Roman did a good, like, I saw a little clip of Roman talking about Hublot. And he's right. Hublot is a good watch. It gets a bad rap because they just make too many of certain models. But some of the ones that they make are very cool. I had a really nice Big Bang on a bracelet, which is kind of rare, rose gold. It's a nice watch. Yeah, my Alice Cooper watch while I'm sitting there listening to Frampton Comes Alive. Fuck yeah. How much gold is in a solid gold 41 millimeter? Probably like 12 grand. What cartoons did I watch? I watched Speed Racer. I watched Courageous Cat and Minute Mouse. Batman. I was a 60s kid. I grew up in the 60s. Oh, Courageous Cat was great. Dun 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 dun. It was the greatest intro. There any spots are below par as a I don't know. The only expensive brands that we deal in are Rolex and Patek. Nico and Roman. Oh God. I mean, Nico really needs to defer to Roman, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, really needs to defer to Roman. I mean, in all honesty. I mean, Nico, I respect Nico. Don't get me wrong. Nico's not, he's not just any random guy talking about it, but in all honesty, I mean, Roman knows what he's talking about. What was the first vintage watch you bought for your collection? I don't have a collection. I'm too poor. Gigantor. Merber's here. Look at this. Captain Kangaroo. I never watched him. Hare Krishna. We used to live down the block from Hare Krishna's, believe it or not, in Brooklyn. Japanese cartoons dubbed in India. No shit. That's cool. What up? Good evening, Australia. How you doing? 8:34. Davy and Goliath. I loved Davy and Goliath. Hong Kong Phooey. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We got some old heads in here, Arthur. Rocky and Bullwinkle, Roadrunner, Bugs Bunny. We used to go see sex, violence, and racism in cartoons at the 8th Street Playhouse. I was probably like 12 or 13 years old. And every Friday night, they would have Rocky Horror. And every Saturday night, they would have some crazy shit. They would either have like, whatever. All kinds of, rock and roll movies. And they would do this thing, sex, violence, and racism in cartoons. That shit was crazy, bro. Wonderama with Bob McAllister, yeah. Hell yeah. Felix the Cat, hell yeah. Mr. Rogers. I was not a big Mr. Rogers guy until I got older. Yeah, crazy, man. Gumby and Pokey, hell yeah. Am I American? Yes, I am. I am very American. HR Puff and stuff, yeah. The New Planet Ocean, I'm not crazy about Omega. Just not. Heckle and Jekyll, Buster Brown, yeah, we used to go to the Buster Brown store. You'd be there last week in August. All the kids would go get their shoes. Casper, of course. The Banana Splits, they were fun. The old Scooby-Doos, Tom and Jerry. We don't know what the topic is. So the decline of Western civilization in Somerville Theater when you can still smoke there. Yeah, remember that? Wow. Yeah, Bill Cosby. Yep. Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids, they were great. Underdog, Tennessee Tuxedo. Yeah. Hell yeah. It's a generation that's lost. It's lost on these new kids, these young kids. It was good stuff. Oh, the guy in American Pie? Okay. Not the worst thing to be associated with. Johnny Quest, yeah, sure. Vavoom. Popeye, oh man. Popeye was my shit when I was growing up. That was my favorite. The old ones with the doors. Yeah. Yeah, I'm all scruffy bros. I'm a scruffy bro these days. I look like shit because I keep working and I don't stop. Sinbad, yeah, that was the one. That was the episode. Any man who can't look at a sign needs to be violated by. Oh God, what kind of shit is that? I hanker for a hunk of cheese. Speed Racer was my favorite. Loved Speed Racer. My son actually went. He was a Speed Racer when they rebooted it. Mario, good morning. George of the Jungle. That's a little late. Johnny Quest. Yeah. Ah, what are you doing, guys? Courageous Cat was my shit. Yeah. Racer X. I had a friend that had a band called Racer X for a few weeks. That's Watch Talk Forums right there. Thank you, Joe. 837, Woody Woodpecker. I have an owl outside my window on the left side of the house. Crazy. Nuts, man. Get Smart was good. Yeah, all those shows were good. Next case. Oh, fuck. Can't see. Staten Island, no shit. They would ban all these shows. Oh my God, you couldn't show this. The Super Friends, yeah, they were great. They were really good. We were lucky. Well, you know what? The kids today, it's a generational thing. It's like, you look back on the guys that grew up in the 40s when TV was just starting, like my father. It's like, that was a big deal. It was a big deal. Witchy Pooh's son, no shit. Why does RR have a cape? Not all heroes wear capes, and not all capes wear heroes. Shazam! Yeah. Howdy Doody. That was before my time. That was my mother's time. Little Rascals. Nah, I haven't been cursing, Arthur. Have you noticed? Been really working on that. $6 Million Man. That was that good stuff. Yeah, I don't have any feelings these days. Your father was in the peanut gallery? No kidding. No potty mouth, Arthur. Deputy Dog. Oh. Yeah, we were TV watchers too. John Saxon. Okay. Adam 12. Yeah. I Dream of Jeannie. That's good stuff. Good stuff. A little nostalgic today, right? All you guys. All us old heads, because we're going to be dead soon. Yeah. I'm sorry, Arthur. Remember when the book club would come to your school and you'd go there and buy books? Zoom. Zoom. Yep. Crazy, man. Oh, you're not that old, Jordan. Jordan's before our time, after our time. Oh, they would, yeah, probably. Still looking for that genie bottle? I feel you, brother. Yeah, the schools still do that. You like Mr. Bean? Arthur, stop being rambunctious. See, now we were having a nice conversation here, and look what Arthur has to come up and say. I'm not even allowed to say it on this. Terrible, Arthur. Dudley do right. Where does Dudley do wrong? That was me. That was Buckley do wrong. Funny. Speedy Gonzalez. Yeah. Forgot to tell you, Slowpoke Rodriguez, pack a gun. Yup. Arthur, if we did oof, it'd be funny. Need to do a live watch talk for him? I don't know, people. Me and Arthur live? That's bad. Ooh, that's bad. Owing me money? That's bad. Thank you, Mario. Good morning, Bill. Just a 1 hour special of me and Arthur talking? Oh my God. That'd be bad. For Christmas? The Christmas show. That'd be like Bing Crosby and David Bowie. That's what that would look like. Yeah, we had good pizza too. We had hot dog day in school. What you know about hot dog day? That was great. Listen, one thing about me and Arthur, you're not getting any bum data. Have I seen the new Land Dweller? They're out. Overpriced. They'll land probably by next summer. They're going to start landing for real. No pun. Tight. Yeah, there he is. BWZ's on it. It's my dog right there. Officer Joe Bolton, I would run home, and Captain Jack McCarthy. What you guys know about that? Richard, good morning. Do I like Tudor? Sometimes. I like the older ones. We just finished talking about them. They're great watches. The new stuff I'm not crazy about. Everybody's flipping out over this Tudor Ranger. It's like, it's a fucking Tudor Ranger, people, with a white face. It's like, who cares? Art, who cares? You would be correcting my misinformation. Yes, you probably would. Yeah, 3 bells and all's well. Talk about it, Jay. Yeah, Captain Jack. Was it Jack McCarthy? He used to wear the white hat. Officer Joe Bolton. 1530 is a better watch. I don't know. The new Ranger, it's crap. Yeah, I'd sit there reading the back of a cereal box. That was my cell phone back in the day. That was my iPhone. The back of a cereal box. We'd be like this. I ate some Captain Crunch last night. It didn't even taste like Captain Crunch. Hadn't had it in years. Yeah, I mean, they're trying to tap into their heritage, which, okay, but they always do it with Tudor, for God's sake. See, that's the marketing play I don't like. Right, Art? They tried to do the Orange Hand. They tried to do the Pepsi. Now they're doing the, what is it? The Tudor Ranger. It's like, come on. Quake and Quisp. Different side. I grew up watching American Time. Okay, Three Stooges, yeah. Know what I'm saying? It's like they made that Orange Hand Tudor. I mean, I wouldn't like to see them bring it to the main line, but I don't know. I like my old one. I'm wearing my Orange Hand lately. Oh, would Arthur pick Corvette or a Viper? Well, you know Arthur's name. That's AAK Viper, so we know that. But Arthur's every day is Corvette. Well, it used to be when he was cool. Now that he's an old head. Drives something else. He stepped down in status. Way down, as far as I'm concerned. But I told Josephine I might get an Escalade. I don't know. She's kind of talking me into it. I feel like a real fucking... Have both. Okay. Tell us you have privilege without telling us, Arthur. Okay, Arthur has both. Yeah, we know. And Arthur's a race car driver, if people don't know. Arthur Killer Kane, yeah. I don't know. I don't even think... it's not even... You know something, Billy? That's what I'm saying. The Tudor GMT Pepsi, it was not a nod. It was crap, as far as I'm concerned. You cannot compare. You know, that's what I didn't like about the line that they came up with the GMT, with that Tudor that has the orange hand and the bezel and stuff like that. I don't know. I didn't like that. I mean, people like it because they get in really cheap and they could wear the thing and feel like it. But Arthur, I don't know. I'm speaking for myself. I don't particularly like it. I have a 1987 Buick watch in the safe. C801 is in your sights. Are you really going to get rid of that other thing that you're driving now? Zombie Apocalypse? Yeah, I'm waiting for it. Yeah, don't go near that stuff. That stuff, it's way too general release. Yeah, they look like fake watches. That's what I don't like about them. The quality is not there. They try to tap into their heritage. And I don't know. It's just not for me. I don't know. I don't condemn it. It's just I don't sell them often unless they're special. Ben, you still have that Delta watch that I sold you? You have that one? That one was actually cool because it had some cachet. You know, you can't just go out and buy it. Thank you, Pedro. What type of yellow, unfortunately, will be hurt? What type of, huh? When the market crashes? What does that mean, Gariboli? What's a great first watch? Tag Heuer. I love the Big Block. Big Block is a good watch. Blackwing, yeah. Arthur says it like everybody's supposed to go, ooh. It's like we're all going, all right, Gramps. All right, Grandpa. Lay off the gas, Gramps. Oh my God, which one of the jewelers will go down? Oh man, take your choice. The one that has the most inventory they didn't pay for. It's usually how it works. A lot of those jewelers are not going down, to be honest with you. They've got so much like backed up money. A lot of them are pretty well healed. It's just whether the juice is going to justify the squeeze for the rent. If you're paying crazy rent over there, you got a problem. You're paying $100 a month, you got a problem. Pulsar, yeah. A lot of that inventory is floated around from dealer to dealer, some of them. You know, most of the all-stars that are on TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that, they're all pretty secure. Cadillac is in F1. People still go to F1? I don't know about that. People still do that? I don't know. Go sit there and watch cars driving around in a fucking track? Jesus. One of my buds is like big on that. I told him I get invited to all that shit. He wants to go to the Pebble Beach. I told him, no problem, you got it. What would be my knowledgeable opinion on influence of U.S. tariffs on the watch market? The problem with the U.S. tariffs right now, and it's got nothing to do with the tariffs, okay? The euro is high. What's the euro? Somebody hit me with the euro? Arthur, I'm going to need you on this. The euro is up probably 15, 16, something like that, and the Italians and the Europeans are not buying. They're not buying from here. It's got nothing to do with tariffs. The market is very, very, very difficult. 115, yeah. Went down. It was 117 the last time we talked about it. So it's kind of one of those things where the Chinese market is driving a lot of this. When the Chinese market releases, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. There's going to be a cavalcade of modern watches coming in. The beauty of that is going to be there's going to be a lot of vintage watches coming in. So Arthur and I will be over there working. Lions game? Who are the Lions playing? I'm not doing picks. I stopped doing picks. My favorite meal on a Sunday, I still have meatloaf left over. That's what I'm having. That shit is gangster. Arthur, did you ever have my father's meatloaf over the years? You may have. Jamie. What up, baby? Arthur, what's your favorite watch? Jamie knows my favorite watch. What's your favorite watch from Rolex, Arthur? Gold futures are up, yeah. Pats are going to win again. I agree. What's Arthur's favorite watch? We know it's the 5510. What's his other favorite watch? Yeah, Japan's big on that stuff. Yeah, my father makes Italian meatloaf. Totally different. Oh, that's a different Jamie? Oh, sorry. Well, we could still ask. Arthur, what's your favorite Rolex? I'm taking the Giants. I like the Giants in that game. Don't ask me why. I don't know what the spread is, but I like the Giants. I had Houston the other night. Here's the real Jamie. Okay. There we go. You never saw any of my family? Yeah, I know. When you were over here teaching my father and I about watchmaking, I have pictures on my security camera, so don't front. Arthur's fronting right now. 16520, always. Always Daytona. GMT is a close second. Big Crowns and Paul Newman. There you go. Concorde is your favorite. Jamie's got the nicest Concorde I ever saw, Arthur. Can I tell you something, Art? The nicest Concorde you ever saw in your life, Jamie has. So nice, he went out and spent 20 on a bracelet for it from Rolex. That's how nice it is. Close to 20. Hopefully he's not selling it next week. I couldn't resist. I'm sorry. I couldn't resist. Hopefully he doesn't get sick of it. What should you pay for a 16.5 today? 20 grand, 22 grand with papers, 25, 26. I'm just fucking with Jamie. Jamie's out there taking out bucks. Not John bucks, but regular bucks. Out there in the middle of the country. Santos is a great watch. That was funny. You know it was. You know it was, Jordo. Jamie's family over here, so that's it. We can fuck with him. We can fuck with everybody. You don't like it? There's a button. Biggest mistake I ever made? Oh, I don't know. I make mistakes every day. It's not a mistake. It's a happy accident. 8:51. We're out of here at 9, guys. Out of here at 9. Arthur's got to go. I got a gold oyster quartz coming out of service. I was supposed to pick it up last week. I was too busy. I have a really nice gold oyster quartz coming out. So let me know. I love the gold oyster quartz. Super nice watch. What's tonight's topic? I don't know, Kelvin. I've got a West Coast call that I've got to make, and I'm just trying to squeeze it in. I got a very important West Coast call, but I'm waiting for somebody to land that's leaving it, that left F1 last night. So I got to see. I got to talk to my bro. I need contacts. I know, Art. I know, brother. White gold meteorite, no strap. The strap is cheap. You need the buckle. Don't buy it without the buckle. Don't do it. That buckle's expensive. Favorite Rolex model with yellow gold day 2 miles. Okay, I like that. I'm feeling that. I like it. It's a good watch. Off to church. God bless you, Mario. Preach it, baby. Would I put a green bezel? Oh, I don't know. I mean, you can. We had this conversation in the store, Jay. It's like, you get an aftermarket one. I'll pop it on for you if you just want to look. It's like, you know. You're always waiting for my phone call, Arthur? That makes me feel really good. Makes me feel really good. Yeah, I hear you, brother. Paul Newman Rolexes are the best, but I like the Paul Newman Seamasters. Oh, please. Yeah, he must not have liked them. I need God in my life. I do. You're not in, Jordo? If you're not in, that's cool. Don't worry. Dirk will moderate. Dirk's always there. That's fine. Hey, Matt, be good, baby. Have a good day. The new desk clocks, too much money. I have the original desk clock, to be honest with you, that nobody's ever seen. I've seen 2 of them on the market. I still have it sitting in my safe. You know something, Arthur? A lot of times I'm waiting for your call, okay? So don't be disrespectful. I will have Josephine Buckley come at you next time you show up. You show up with your little watchmaking bag, your watchmaking tool bags. Best place to find a 5513 dial? I don't know. Jesus. Who knows? You're too much of a pain in the ass, Mark Merber. I still love you, Mark. I don't have it in me. No, I got another one, Bobby. I got another one you guys never saw. My son is great. Thank you, Adrian. I got one in the safe. The asymmetrical one. Do I have pictures of it? I don't even know. I don't even know. A lot of that dead product. You're not kidding, bro. Oh, thanks, Chris. Am I wrong to think that 40 millimeters with red letters is better than sub? I like it better than a sub. I like the way it sits on your wrist. It sits really nice and low on the wrist. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Mark likes that vintage stuff. If you're looking for a dial or a watch, I mean, I don't know. I have 3 really nice gilt dials, but I have 5512, 2 5512s, and I've got a 5513 Bart Simpson in the safe. You got to let me know. But again, you're a pain in the ass. It's like too many fucking questions, man. Just buy the fucking thing. Don't be soft. I'm just fucking with Merber. Merber's from Hawaii. That's why I fuck with him. Yeah, I have tons of dials. I need to talk to Merber one of these days about fucking elder care. That's your guy if you ever want to talk to him on Facebook. Merber handles all that stuff. In all seriousness, if you're going to talk to somebody, Mark Merber is the guy to talk to. There is nobody else I would trust in that space because I know he's honest. But I could still fuck with him. Oh, just going to fuck with him from now on. He got a plug out of me, so now I'm going to fuck with him. Try the veal. It's the best in the city. Oh, shut up, Arthur. Being rambunctious, you and that Cadillac that you're driving. Your little sister's car. That's like a car that I would get my daughter when she graduates high school, when she gets her license. Seriously. Right after Thanksgiving? Gotcha, Mark. Rosewood face on a Rolex? Yes, of course. Are they very rare? Yes. Are they very desirable? That's right. Mark Merber. Yeah, I started cursing because Arthur triggered me. Or was it Merber who triggered me? I think it was Arthur. My craziest gay experience? I don't know. William, trust me. Trust me, bro. Arthur pulls up over there. I expect him to, like, jump out of the passenger seat and tell his mom, like, what time he's going to come home for dinner. My minivan was gangster AF. The Wu-Tang van? What you know about the Wu-Tang van? My Town and Country? When we did sneaker shows, Arthur remembers I had a Chrysler Town and Country that I bought just for the shows. And I had a big dog at the time, too. Remember the dog, Arthur? Holy Jesus. Oh, my God. I had a St. Bernard. It was like 200-pound St. Bernard. There are questions from Facebook and on TikTok, guys. Yeah, my mom's van. The Wu-Tang van. Ain't nothing to play with. Panda's 2 weeks late on arrival? I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about here. 2 minutes, guys. Yes, I am a nerd. Look who I hang out with. I hang out with you. Well, I don't really hang out with you. I'm the walking stereotype of an American Jew. Okay. Too bad I'm not Jewish. Has a fake Rolex ever fooled me? No. I have a very, very tight network of people. If something confuses me, I can check it out real quick. And then we put a stamp on it. Ladies and gentlemen, long Sunday session it felt like. Long session. Thank you from Wales. Good afternoon, Matthew Wilcox. Thank you, brothers. Yeah, you shared our bromance? Yeah, it's bad. But Arthur never taught me anything. I learned about watchmaking on my own. But you know who I used to look at online? Arthur. Yeah, I'm a fake Jew. Oh, well. Nope, not Jewish. I don't know if you're crazy or not, but I'm not Jewish. Craig, good morning. You saved the podcast. Yeah, you did. People love Arthur because Arthur is not one of these guys that's easily accessible. Let me tell you something. Old Ben took it upon himself to go over there to the Mecca. You know when people go to Madison Square Garden? That's what happens when you go to Arthur's. Crazy. Just crazy stuff, man. Super crazy stuff. I don't know. Jordo, you're not on the live tonight, right? Yeah, Arthur cooks a great burger.